Yo, what's up everybody? My name is AJ and I would like to welcome you all to my 15,000 subscriber special. And before I begin this, I just want to say thank you all so much for 15,000 subscribers on the channel. We finally hit it. This is I gotta say, second time official special that I'm doing on the channel due to a milestone that we have achieved. And I'm very proud to be doing it. The first milestone, or the official milestone that I've ever done, was a 10,000 subscriber special, but now that we've hit 15,000, I am proud to be here with you guys today to do the Q&A special that I had promised. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I hope you guys do enjoy, and just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart once again for the astounding support that you guys show to my channel, and I am glad to be doing what I do on this platform. So the questions are listed in alphabetical order by name, so whoever's name starts with an A and submitted their question, your question will be answered first, and for those who have their name starting with a Z, yours may be answered at the very end. Anyways, let's get started. Over here we have the first one, that being Bapu, and he actually said, "Hello buddy, I am from India and I have two questions. Number one, your favorite game. Number two, why you not make a video on Hindi language? Good day buddy from India." So my favorite game has to be GTA 4. That is by far my favorite game. If I had to say another game that ties in with that is Metal Gear Solid, the franchise, but I think GTA 4 is forever in my heart and it is my most favorite game. And as for number two, I wouldn't want to do a video on Hindi language. As a matter of fact, I don't speak Hindi. My more ethnic language is more so Gujarati, and I speak English. That's the only two languages I know. Gujarati, if I did it in a video, I feel like no one would understand, which is why I wouldn't do it. But yeah, aside from that, thank you Bapu. I do appreciate the love and support as always. Thank you so much. And let's get on to the next question. Over here we have next from Blacklight. What's up, man? Blacklight said, when you started YouTube, how long did you think it would take to get to 15K or any milestone close to that? You know what's crazy, Blacklight, is I never thought I would hit 15,000 before. I never thought I would hit 10,000 for that matter. 15,000 wasn't even lurking in my mind. It was more so 10,000. I never thought I would hit 10,000. But to think I hit 15K and I'm still going onward, I gotta say I'm very grateful. I thought it would take years down the road to get that, because the niche that I do, which is mainly GTA modding and try to do other gameplays on the side, it doesn't really help in what I'm trying to do. I only do it because I enjoy it. I don't do it because I want to gain more views or gain more subs. I do what I love because I love it. And I thought it would take me years to get it because other people had already started before me and are way high above. But then I kind of knew maybe I'm on the right track because people love me for who I am. They don't care about GTA modding. They love me because you guys have acknowledged it, that you guys love me for what I do. Hence why a lot of people asked their questions. But yeah, Blacklight, just want to say thank you for your support, man. And I hope that answered your question. I thought it would take about maybe 10 years to get that, but turns out we did it. And I just gotta say thank you for your support as well on my channel, man. Thank you so much for that, especially the support that you show for 9 to 5. Next question comes from Kale, the local LEO. My question is no questions at all. Okay. You have great content, that is all that is needed to be said, with a great personality and law enforcement enthusiast like you and all other members of the 9 to 5 clan and its community. Thank you so much, Kale. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you even had no questions to ask at all, and yet, just like I mentioned before, how you guys show the love to me, you went out of your way to post a question or post a comment like this for me. And you also mentioned the honorable clan of 9 to 5. So thank you so much for your support, Kale. I do appreciate it, and thank you for all the love that you show. Let's get on to the next question here. Carson, here I have a question, AJ. I don't know if this is against the rules, but will you do Flagler County's Sheriff's Office LSPDFR? Also, my second question, when you hit 1 million subs or 100K subs, what will you do? Carson, aka a subscriber. Well, first of all, thank you for being subscribed to my channel. That just shows how much support you show. And thank you for posting such an awesome question. For one, I've already done Flagler County, excuse me, I said that wrong, Flagler County 3 times. I will link all 3 of those down below in the description, in which 2 are videos and 1 is a stream. And as for the second question, I have no clue what I would do for 1 million or 100K. I feel like I want to do something big. Something, you know, I mean, a Q&A is cool, but something bigger, you know, something more fancier. But I'm sure I'll think about it. Time will fly, and I'm sure it'll come across my mind. Thank you, Carson. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Next question, we have Daniel. What's up, man? He's a patriot to my channel. And he says, what do you do for a living? I'm actually a staff assistant for insurance. As for what I'll be doing for a living, I'm basically going to become a mechanical engineer based on the degree that I'm going for. I'm actually going to university for 4 years to gain a bachelor's degree and hopefully go on further with the education. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, mechanical engineering is what my living will be in the future. And I plan to make this out of a living too. Anyways, thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate the question, man. Let's get on to the next one. And you have a great day as well. Don't think I didn't read that at the bottom. Thanks, Daniel. And wow, look at that, guys. That question got 5 likes, just like Carson's. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see. Eric Jean got 6 likes on this question here. He asked 2 questions. Eric, you asked, what LSPDFR YouTuber got you into doing LSPDFR? And number 2, what do you miss from doing when you were a youngster? The person who got me into doing LSPDFR, but more so specifically LCPDFR, was a person called Spears the Amazing HD. If you have not watched him before, I watched all 60 whatever episodes he uploaded of LCPDFR, and that's what inspired me to do LCPDFR, and that kind of just led on to LSPDFR. That's where the inspiration came from. As for what I miss doing when I was a youngster, one thing I gotta say that I missed doing from when I was a youngster was actually having time to myself to earn achievements in video games, such as in games like Little Big Planet, GTA 4, Metal Gear Solid. When I used to play it back then, I used to try to earn achievements. I didn't really care for like storylines or nothing like I do these days, but you know, I used to strive for achievements, and let me tell you, I was bad. I was bad at playing games, but if I felt like I did it now, I feel like I do better. But yeah, that's one of the things I miss doing. Thanks for your question, Eric. I do appreciate it, and thank you for the support that you show. I do always see you very often in my videos, so thank you very, very much. Next question comes from Jerry-tastic, the homie Jeru. Okay, well, this is going to be pretty good. He asked 4 questions. Now, because he's a homie, I will definitely answer all 4. I know I did restrict it to only 2 questions, but he's done a lot for me over the years, and I gotta say, my appreciation has to be by answering all 4 of these. So, let's get it. Number 1, he says, what made you get into YouTube? Wow, this is gonna be quite the question to answer, huh? So anyways, throwing you guys back 8 years ago, like I said before, I got inspired to play LCPDFR by Spears the Amazing HD. And I watched all 60 of his videos, and I thought, man, this guy's just funny, he's cool, and I was just like, damn, this guy's funny, and he plays the mod so cool, and I'm like, I want to play the mod. I always loved GTA 4, you know, I couldn't get these mods on the PS3. So I've been trying for over a year to get GTA 4 working with LCPDFR, and I'd finally done it on an Asus laptop. And that's when 2013 came by, and I thought about doing YouTube, because he did it, and I thought, maybe I can be the next LCPDFR YouTuber. And so I started doing GTA 4 LCPDFR YouTube videos on my channel here, and the first one I did was actually recorded through an iPhone camera, and the iPhone camera was sitting on an M&M cart. I don't know if I can find a picture of it, but if it shows up here in the video, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But it used to sit between like 2 little M&Ms, like 2 toy M&Ms, and I would always have it sit on my lap and have the camera sitting inside the car, and it just record my laptop screen. And the amount of texture loss I got in that video was insane. And then I deleted that video and then tried to do another one, then deleted it. I didn't like it. I was a squeaker, I didn't know what I was doing, my graphics looked like crap. And then 2014 came by, you know, at the very beginning I got a new PC. You know, as a matter of fact, the keyboard that I got was right over here, sorry about that. That's the keyboard I got in 2014. That's the keyboard I got with my PC, or at least tried to buy from Amazon, and it bundled together. But yeah, that's the keyboard I got, and I gotta say, I think it was a very, very good purchase. Yeah, so that's when I started doing more LCPDFR videos. That's when I kind of kept some uploads going. Some of them I removed because I either just didn't make sense in the videos or whatever. So between that time and 2015, I kind of wasn't taking YouTube seriously. I just wanted to show that I have LCPDFR and wanted to show people that I was playing it, and wanted to show people how to play it. And then 2015 kind of came by, and I thought, you know what? I can't just keep doing videos that have like horrible commentary, no thumbnails, no edits. Like literally, if you go back to my old videos from 2014, you will see how much unedited content there is. There is just unbelievably an overwhelming amount of content that is unedited. But in 2015, that's when I started to take YouTube a little more seriously, started to put thumbnails, started to edit my videos a little more accordingly to what people would usually do. I would put a new intro now, and I actually got signed with TGN for that matter. So I started to take YouTube matters a little more seriously. And that's when, in June of 2015, I stopped taking this seriously again, and I quit for a game that I forever will never like, called DC Universe. And I was just so immersed into that game. And I stopped LCPDFR, I started doing videos on that game, and that's when I hit my first 1,000, and people were asking, AJ, where's your LCPDFR content? Why don't you do any more? People were disappointed, and I said, I just love DCUO, I'm sorry, that's the way how it is. Then, fast forward to 2016, everything is still the same, did the same BS on DC, started to get a little more involved with that game, and let me tell you right now, I gained nothing from that game, nothing at all. Not trying to hate the game, I'm just saying I earned nothing from it, nothing happened for me. Fast forward to 2017, I still wasn't taking YouTube seriously, and in May 2017, I was about to hit 2,000, and I did. When I hit 2,000 subs, that's when I started to realize that, you know what, if I'm pouring my heart and soul into this YouTube channel and I'm not going to take it seriously, what the hell is the point? You know, I just thought, why? Like, what am I doing now? Am I wasting my own time? That's when I deleted every DC video if I could, because I just knew I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want to be a part of the game, and I went back to being a LCPDFR and LSPDFR guy. As a matter of fact, I hated LSPDFR too. I hated its guts. I hated its guts forever. But then in 2017, I got back into it after quitting DCUO. And then in September 2017, I hit 3,000. And then I was progressing to take it a little more seriously. I felt like I was doing much better. And then now we fast forward to 2020. And here I am. I feel like I'm proud of taking this seriously because I love it. You know, I only play games to record now because I don't have enough time to play games by myself. But yeah, that's my answer to number one. It's just the fact that I wanted to do videos and I was inspired by an LCPDFR YouTuber. So thank you for asking, and the reason why I gave you a whole timeline is because I wanted to tell you when I started taking YouTube seriously and officially got into it, and what got me into uploading. So there was two different aspects in that question. Thank you so much, Jeru. I appreciate it. Let's go on to question number 2. What do you think are the pros and cons of streaming and the pros and cons of uploading edited videos? Yeah, I feel like, you have to adapt to what you prefer. I preferred streaming back then, but I gotta say I prefer editing videos because the pro of streaming is that, yes, you don't have to worry about editing. You don't have to worry about uploading. You don't have to worry about staying up late nights editing, making thumbnails for each edited video that you do because it's only going to be 20 minutes long. Great. So yeah, that's the pros of streaming. The cons of streaming is that if you're quiet, if you're a quiet gamer, if you're, let's say you kind of get stuck on your words a lot, there's no way to edit that out. And another con of streaming is that if you're playing a game and you fail a lot at that game, you can't edit that out until the stream is over. People already know that you pretty much failed almost many of the instances in a game. That's the cons of streaming, at least personally. But the pros of uploading edited videos is that I feel like videos are more lively, as in they're more excited, they're more hyped, there's more commentary inside of it instead of having minutes of silence here and there. The cons of uploading edited videos is that you do have to put a lot of work into editing. You do have to put a lot of work into making sure your audio is great, because what's the point of editing if you're not going to do much to it? You know what I mean? If you're going to go edit, then edit as much as you can. That's my thing about uploading edited videos. That's why I enjoy it, because I feel more immersed into it. But I hope that kind of answers that question. I tried to at least analyze the more personal pros and cons based on what I think. Number 3, would you ever consider venturing out to other platforms such as Facebook Gaming and Twitch and other ones as well? I kind of wanted to venture out to Instagram TV, but I was taking a look at it, and I guess it has a certain file size, a certain resolution. It has specifics that it needs. before you start uploading onto it. So I wanted to get into Instagram TV or doing Instagram live videos, but then I kind of thought maybe not. But Facebook gaming was one that I've considered since January, but I don't know if I want to do it yet. So I've kind of been waiting on it forever, but maybe in the future. I know Instagram TV and Facebook are kind of the more priority things that I would want to consider, or the more prior things I would want to consider, instead of doing like Twitch and Mixer and all that kind of stuff. But that's a good question. And number 4, a game really old or a new one that you would give out your left nut to see a part 2 of. Okay, so the main one I would want to see a part 2 of is Far Cry 4. I know you're probably thinking, when I say Far Cry 4, how in the hell does that make any sense? Because there's a Far Cry 5 and a soon-to-be Far Cry 6. That's already other parts. Yes, that is true, but if you've played Far Cry 4, then you probably know what I mean when I'm about to say this. In the very beginning, when Pagan Min asks you to stay at the table to enjoy the crab rangoon, you could stay and he would come back and the game would end, right? I feel like if it's going to be like that, I would want to see a part 2 where you could do that as like a DLC and continue that venture with him instead of going to the golden path. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that would be cool. I just feel like it shouldn't have ended off that way. I feel like I wanted to see what would happen if Ajay Gale worked with Pagan Min. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be good. Thank you for your questions, Jeru. I'd always do appreciate it, man. And thank you so much for being supportive ever since the day you met me, man. You're a bro for sure, man. You're like my big bro. That guy is my big bro, guys. But alright, the next one is from Mark D. He says, hope all is well, man. Thank you so much, man. Same to you. I hope all is well during these unprecedented times. He asked me, what is your ultimate goal for the channel? And what is one game that you want to play on your channel but have not yet? So one ultimate goal is the vision that I have dreamed for on YouTube ever since I started taking it seriously is to go to events like E3 and PAX East and all that. You know, that's kind of the thing that I want to see is, you know, me one day going to E3 or PAX East and people being there for me. And I don't know, that's one of the visions I've always had. I just like that kind of thing. You know, when I saw other content creators go through that, I felt really jealous, but I knew that one day I will get there and my dreams will be coming true. Number 2, what is the one game that you want to play on your channel but have not yet? That, a long time ago, used to be Metal Gear Solid, but I'm proud to have already played that, and, well, am playing it right now, through the whole franchise between 1 to 5. And I gotta say, if I want to play another game that I have not yet on the channel, that would have to be Halo. I used to play Halo back then. My sister bought it for me for my Xbox 360. And the only games I've ever played was a little bit of Halo Combat Evolved and mainly Halo 3. And I wanted to play that because if I'm going through a flashback playthrough with Metal Gear Solid, I feel like it'd be meaningful if I went back to play Halo. But Mark, thank you so much, man. I do appreciate the support, and thank you so much for the hope there, man. I hope all is well with you as well, and stay safe and stay healthy, man. Let's see, next question. Mr. Dans, where are you from? I was born in Canada, and I moved to the great state of New York. He also asked, do you think to do police videos of other countries and cities? Have a great day from AR. Is that Argentina? I think that is. You know, I would do police videos of other countries and other cities that are outside of the US and Canada, but I don't know their laws as well, and I don't want to do something that could kind of potentially mess up the video and could put a bad look on the agency that I'm doing. So that's why I kind of want to refrain from doing that. Thank you so much, Mr. Dance. I do appreciate your support, and you have a great day as well, my man. Let's see, next one. Ooh, Payway. What's up, bro? He said, before even thinking about YouTube, what was your life's biggest goal? That would have to be getting into engineering. And to be honest with you, I've always wanted to do engineering. Law enforcement was also another career that I wanted to pursue, but to be quite honest, I will tell you why later in response to the other questions of why I kind of didn't want to do law enforcement. But engineering was one of the biggest things that I wanted to go through and achieve a degree in, and I wanted to learn about engineering. I'm just more of the type of dude who likes to create things, and that's why I started going into mechanical engineering. But before that, I wanted to major in computer engineering, where I would develop graphics cards, CPUs, hard drives. But I kind of didn't want to do that because the internships were all the way in California, and housing there is very expensive. That didn't really stop me from that though. I wanted to pursue something more mechanical, and that's why I went with mechanical engineering. But thank you so much for your question, Payway. I do appreciate that, and that's nice of you to ask about something like that. That's very cool. Next question comes from Local PDLC. He says, what sports do you like, as the first question? And the second question, will you stick around for GTA 2023-ish? To be honest with you, because of the amount of times I used to watch it and go to the game events, that would have to be hockey. That is my most favorite sport. And the second question, will you stick around for GTA around 2023-ish? Of course I would. I like GTA. I don't like GTA Online, but I like GTA. Anyways, next one is by Kaz. I believe that's how you say it. I don't know if it's Qaz or Quaz. I don't know for sure, but I would think it's Kaz. Would you show us your updated gaming setup? I actually haven't really changed much after the last one that I did. If anything, I just got a new PC. I know I've got new monitors after the gaming setup, so maybe I'll do a gaming setup video, but nothing in mind so far yet. We'll have to see though, but maybe I will. I think around this year maybe I'll do something updated. Santigoma, what's your favorite car? I gotta say the first one has to be a 1970 Ford Mustang. Second one would have to be a Porsche Cayman. That's my second one, and I gotta say a third one would have to be a 2011 Dodge Charger with a spoiler, like a small little spoiler, not nothing too big, just like one of those little small ones on like the ones that you usually see on like a Hellcat, but this time for a 2011. But those are my three favorite cars. Good question. Thank you so much, Santigama. The Cop Dude, or known as TCD. Hey bro, congratulations on 15K, man. Here's my take on this. How did you find the time for gaming, recording, editing, along with IRL matters? Second one, when did you start taking YouTube seriously and decided that it is time to hit numbers? Well, I already answered one of those questions, TCD, but you know now. That is exactly when I started taking YouTube seriously, and I think I answered that in Jeru's question. Number one, how did you find the time for gaming, recording, editing, along with in real life matters? It's kind of hard, man. Even if you ask some of the homies that I hang out with, they know I go to work. Sometimes my shift changes from 9 to 5 to, no pun intended, but it's, that's actually kind of funny. But yeah, you know, it kind of goes from like 9 to 5 to 10 to 3, 9 to 5, 10 to 3. So it kind of changes every so often. And then I have schoolwork on top of that. I'm taking 2 courses over the summer, one which I already completed and got an A in, and then the next one that I'm taking now that's about to finish up, I will also get an A in. When it comes to gaming, recording, and editing, I only game when I need to record, because I feel like I can't, like I said before, I can't game by myself. I just feel like I don't have enough time to do that, especially growing up. And whenever I game, I record, and editing usually comes by in the morning, and then I upload it during the day. Sometimes when I come home for lunch break, I just come and put up the thumbnail and then go back to work. So that's usually how my day goes, at least for the summer. But yeah, TCD, thank you so much for congratulating me on 15K. It is definitely a it was a hard achievement to earn, and I'm definitely looking forward to 20K, even 30K, 50K, 100K, and I'm going to work hard towards it. Best believe. Anyways, next question is going to be from Toyaxo. So, number 1 from Toyaxo, what inspired you, or who was your inspiration to this whole YouTube and LEO thing? As you heard before, that would be Spears the Amazing HD. And number 2, have you ever considered to do some kind of setup tour or vlog? I definitely would. Like I said to Kaz or Quaz, I'm so sorry, man. I do apologize, believe me. But yeah, I do plan on doing a setup tour maybe by the end of the year. I may change a few things out, like I said. Most likely a desk. But yeah, thank you so much for your questions, man. And I hope you are having an awesome day as well. Zalmi234, where are you from and what do you study? I mean, what do you do for a living? And number 2, any tour or home tour for 15K special. I don't think I could do one for 15K, but I don't think I would make it like a special because I feel like I've done those before. It wouldn't really be new. Q&A is new because I've never done a Q&A before, but any setup tour or home tour, I'd say setup tour would definitely come, like I said, at the end of the year. And where are you from? I'm actually born in Canada, moved to New York. And what do you study? Like I said before, mechanical engineering. He said, other than that, just want to say the content that you are putting out is absolutely amazing. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Salmi, and thank you so much for your astounding support to my channel, and thank you for the kind comment and the 2 questions that you put there in your comment for the Q&A. Thank you very much. Next question comes from Zenith Nova. Q&A, cheese or chicken? This one's kind of personal, and it's going to come out surprising to a lot of you. For those who are my homies, you definitely know what I'm about to say, but if you guys didn't know, I would have to choose cheese, and you're probably thinking, why? Guys, please don't unsubscribe. I'm actually allergic to chicken, and what actually happens to me is that if I eat chicken, I burst out in rashes, I get weird butterfly feelings, and I just feel like sometimes my body just doesn't exist. And sometimes I have a difficult time breathing. That is the answer to that question. Thank you, Zenith, for making me share my thoughts on that. Alright. Okay, so the question I'm about to answer right now comes from 5 different people, that being Rep, Josh Flores, Sir X, Freezer, and Red Devils. So I can tell you guys right now that I actually was going to consider a career in law enforcement, and I wanted to, in the end, join an agency called the New York State Police in the state of New York. However, that had changed, and I will tell you why in just a few minutes, or just a couple of minutes here. But I wanted to get into law enforcement because, not only because of video games and how, you can see red and blue lights and all that, I wanted to get into law enforcement because I thought I would be out there to help society improve. That might sound like cringy and all, but I wanted to be out there. That was my passion from when I was like 15. I wanted to go out there, be known as a hero. I even wanted to stop like DWIs, which is why I wanted to go into the New York State Police, because it's more like traffic related, and DWIs is one of the things that I've always wanted to put to an end. But yeah, I wanted to join the New York State Police for that reason. But what stopped me from doing law enforcement is I just thought I just wasn't fit. Not like as in weight fit, like I'm perfectly fine for that. But I will say that I'm not muscular. I'm like kind of scrawny. Like if you look at my hands here, not really that good, you know what I mean? It's not gonna cut. And as a matter of fact, I feel like I wouldn't be fit for the job. I feel like I would be too slow. It's better to be safe than sorry. And I know that sounds like a coward move, but that's just kind of me. And to be honest, I wanted to go into engineering because I wanted to be responsible for design. I like designing things, and I've kind of always been that way. But law enforcement was more of like a secondhand thing. And the thing is that if back then when I was trying to get into college, I wasn't doing really good on the SATs until my very final one. And when I knew I wasn't doing good, I was actually about to go into law enforcement, but then that would also require going into some kind of college, at least here, for like 2 years or something like that. But then I kind of realized that I was doing well, I like engineering, and I'm just going to go with it. But that is how everything went for me in terms of law enforcement. When it comes to doing YouTube law enforcement stuff, I just enjoy doing that kind of stuff because of obviously the shows that I've watched, like Cops and Live PD, and I wanted to do things like that, but in a video game. So that's why I do what I do. But mainly when I first started LCPDFR, it was because I wanted to play the mod because it's a cop mod, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to do that? So that is my whole story and my whole take about careers with law enforcement. And I just want to say over here really quick, Freezer, Josh, Red Devils, Sir X, and Rep, thank you so much for your questions. Let's go back to Sir X for a minute here. P.S. Congratulations for reaching such a breathtaking milestone, man. You deserve all the support for making amazing and HQ meaning high quality content. Sir Rex, thank you very much, man. That is why I made you a moderator for a reason, not just because I needed people to moderate my channel and you're a professional guy, but you are very, very supportive in what I do. And ever since you joined the channel, you have watched everything that I've put out. You are always commenting in the most detailed fashion ever. Just want to say thank you for that. And you are also a potential, well, not potential, you are a backbone to my channel. So thank you very much for what you do, man. Thank you for all the support. And thank you, seriously. Like, I'm not just thanking you just because I'm doing a Q&A video and I'm on the camera. I'm thanking you because you are literally awesome. Josh Flores, thank you so much as well, my man. I do appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you for being a part of the mod team and making a difference to our Not AJ community, bro. I do appreciate it, bro, as always, and thank you for what you do. Freezer, thank you so much for the astounding support that you have shown ever since the day, well, I feel like you supported me for a while, but like I saw your comment like a long time ago on that LCPDFR video that I uploaded. It was like a, I don't know what it was, but it was like a CVPI video that like blew up. It has like 40,000 views or something, but I saw your comment on there like a long time ago, and that's when I saw your name and I was like, damn, he's still watching, that's cool. So thank you for your comment, man, and thank you for your question. I really appreciated the question, and it got a lot of votes on it too. Red Devils, I wasn't quite done with you yet. Get over here, as Scorpion would say. Sorry, that was really cringy, but Mortal Kombat reference. But thank you for your first question. The second question, what is your PC configuration? Very curious to know. That is all in my About section, man. Feel free to check that out. I always update it whenever I can, and it is all updated with the current information to date. Thank you, Red Devils. I do appreciate your support, and I always notice your comments, man. Thank you for the kind comments that you put on my videos. And Rep, I am very sometimes forgettable, but I feel like I've seen you before in my streams. Maybe I have, maybe I'm mistaken. I've just seen the name Rep before, I feel like. I don't know, I could be mistaking it with someone else. But thank you for your question, dude. I do appreciate it. And that will be the end of the Q&A, guys. I hope you all did enjoy, and I just want to say thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. I am definitely happy to have hit it, and I'm looking forward to what comes next on my channel. But yeah, no, really, guys, thank you all so much for 15,000 subs. I am definitely happy to where this channel is going, and I am so excited to almost be getting to 20k. If you have not subscribed, definitely help me out by reaching that 20k goal. I would greatly appreciate it. And I want to think about what we can do for 20k. I already have a few ideas in mind, but we will I will kind of keep that on the hook for now, and we'll see if I want to announce that just yet. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys, and take care.